Hey guys, Prowl 1701 here, and today we are going to be talking about the Doctor Who stories I haven't seen yet. I'm going to list every Doctor Who story, television show, not Big Finish, we'd be here all day, but television show wise, that I haven't seen yet. And yeah, I decided to shoot the video in a different spot. You know, I kind of figure I like to break up the background a little bit, not just always have, the Doctor Who shelf behind me. You can actually see a little bit of my Turtle Arcade one-up right here, the only arcade one-up I have. Although I'd really love to get the Golden Axe one day. I love Golden Axe and Altered Beast. But I have that Turtle Arcade here. I have my Mega Man wall right behind me because I love Mega Man games. So I have those right here. And then you can see my Super 7 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle boxes right here. I've actually got some of the figures displayed right here out of camera range. You can't quite see them, but you can see where I've got the boxes they came in lined up behind them because I really like a lot of Super 7's stuff. I collect their Ninja Turtle line, their Thundercats line. Speaking of which, one of the packages I'm waiting on to come in is some Thundercat figures that I literally ordered in January of 2020. No lie. With COVID and stuff really slowed that production down, but they're finally on their way. And then I also have something else coming in. I think it might be that copy of the Time Meddler I've been looking for. We'll get to that. And then I also collect Super 7's Silverhawk lines, which haven't come out yet, but I've got the first two waves pre-ordered because I love Silverhawks as well. I love just 80s toys and collectibles and stuff like that. So we're going to be listing all of the Doctor Who stories I have never seen. This is all going to be Classic Who. I've seen every story from the modern Doctor Who series, and of course I have slowly been working my way through Classic Who. I mean, makes it sound like I just started watching it. I, of course, as most of you know, started with Classic Who in the 80s when I was little, but I live in the States, so access to them was very limited when I was growing up, especially to the 60s stuff. They didn't show much 60s stuff when I was growing up. My main memory as a kid was seeing the War Games. I didn't see a lot of 60s stuff, so it's been interesting going back and watching more of Troughton, especially over the past decade or so, but especially more just the past year or two, watching a lot more of Hartnell. And we're going to talk about, because a good chunk of the ones I haven't seen yet are still Hartnell. I've watched a lot more Hartnell since a lot of you guys have been really nice about sending me First Doctor stuff. I got a copy of the Keys of Marinus not long ago, but I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. But we'll go ahead and start on that, and these are in chronological episodic order, the way they originally aired, because that's the way I looked them up on my list. Starting with season 1 from 1963, I guess technically the first story is in 1964, is Marco Polo. I have never seen Marco Polo. Now, a little asterisk, I have watched the 30-minute cut down of Marco Polo that was included with, it may have been the beginning box set, I believe, which had the first 3 stories in it. And I enjoyed the 30-minute cut down of Marco Polo. I thought it was a really good story, but I have never attempted to watch the recon of it. I have seen Josh Snare's recon of episode 1, which was really good and is what got me interested in watching the 30-minute cut down. Josh Snare's is a great YouTuber. He's a great Doctor Who fan, and I very much enjoy his content, and I really enjoyed his episode 1 reconstruction. But I've never sat down and just watched all 7 episodes. Some recons are a bit of a struggle for me. But I did like the cut down. Next on the list is the Keys of Marinus. Now, I do own this one. One of my subscribers, Unknown289, sent me a copy of it. I haven't had a chance to watch it just yet, as I've watched a lot of the First Doctor recently. And I'm right in the middle of watching Frontios right now. At the time I'm recording this, I've watched the first 2 episodes of Frontios, and I still have to watch the last 2 episodes of it, and then I'd really like to watch the first Cushing movie, I think, and then I will probably move on to the Keys of Marinus, because I have been wanting to see that one. It has a really good reputation. I hear really good things about it. Back when I did the unboxing video for it, I saw a lot of positive things about it down in the comments, so it is one I'm very much looking forward to seeing. Somebody called it like a mini Key to Time, like a treasure hunt. So that'll be interesting to see. I'm really getting to where I'm appreciating Hartnell's era more, especially Ian and Barbara. I really like Ian and Barbara. And the last one from season 3 I haven't seen yet is the Sensorites. I think I said that right, the Sensorites. I've never seen that one either. I'm not really, I don't really know where that one fits by the fan base. I don't know if that one's considered good, bad, or just kind of, I'm not really sure what the fans think of that one. And it's interesting for me to realize there's only 3 stories from season 1 I haven't seen. I didn't realize that until I was making this list, but I've actually seen a good bit of season 1. That was pretty neat because I hadn't realized that. Moving into season 2, there's a lot from season 2 because it's just recently I got to see any of season 2 because I've saw Planet of Giants, I believe is actually what it's called. I think I always add the "the" in there. And I really loved it. That's a fantastic one. And then I got to see Dalek Invasion of Earth, which I also really enjoyed, both of which were sent to me by subscribers. I think Adrian might have sent me Dalek Invasion of Earth, as I recall. And I know Steve sent me Planet of the Giants, which was really good. The ones I haven't seen is The Rescue, and I haven't seen The Romans. And I believe these are on one DVD together. And for some reason I want to get that at some point because I can knock 2 stories out there. And I think one of them's only like a 2-parter. I think maybe The Rescue is only a 2-parter. I know they're on a DVD together. And I would like to see The Romans because I do like pure historicals. And I think I'd really enjoy The Romans a lot. I've never seen The Web Planet. That one's also one I really want to see just because I know its notorious reputation. Apparently it was very ambitious, which some people will give them credit for trying to be ambitious, but the budget just couldn't do it, and it seems to have a pretty bad reputation. But I want to watch that one just for the ambitious side of it. I want to at least see what they were attempting to do, and at least, for some reason that has me intrigued, the fact that they tried to do that. I am curious to see it. I've never seen Web Planet, though. The Crusade, I've never seen The Crusade. I know only half of it exists. But again, I like historical, so I think I'd like that one. I just realized I forgot to write one down. I'll mention that when I get to it. The Chase is the next one. Oh, actually, the Space Museum is the next one. I've never seen the Space Museum. I think this is the one with the robotic doctor in it, where they have like a robot impersonating the doctor, I think. I've never seen that one. The Chase I've never seen. I know this is a Dalek story. I think this is the first time the Daleks really use time travel. I think they're chasing the Doctor through time. And I've heard this one's really humorous, like really funny. Got a lot of good humor to it. Some people seem to like it. Some people seem to not like it. I hear mixed things about it. I've definitely heard a vocal side of the fandom that liked it and a vocal side that very much didn't. But I've never seen it. Looking forward to that. And I've also never seen The Time Meddler, although I do believe I have a copy coming that could be, because I have 2 packages coming. I know one is the Super 7 Thundercats. I'm not sure what the other one is. I think it may be my copy of The Time Meddler, because I believe one of my subscribers, Unknown289, I believe he said he had a copy of The Time Meddler coming as well. I am looking forward to seeing that, because I've never seen either of the stories with the meddling monk, and I know he's a Time Lord like the Doctor, except for he kind of goes around messing things up instead of fixing things, kind of like the evil Leaper in Quantum Leap. So I'm interested in seeing that, just to see another Time Lord and see how the first Doctor and him interact. And that's all of season 2. Moving on to season 3, I've never seen The Mythmakers, which, I mean, The Mythmakers is completely missing, but I've never watched a recon of it. I would not mind them animating that one. Again, I tend to like history. It was my favorite subject in school. It's set in the Trojan War. I love the Trojan War. And I know it's Vicky's last episode as well, so I'd like to see that. I've never seen any of Dalek's Master Plan. Of course, I want to see it. It's Dalek's Master Plan. I have seen the Mission to the Unknown recreation that the college did, and I liked that. It worked for me, so I count that as having seen that. So I'd be curious to see, that lead into Dalek's Master Plan. I think every Doctor Who fan at some point wants to see Dalek's Master Plan, but I'm still holding out hope that one day somehow it'll get animated and I can really just experience it for the first time like that. Now I have the Celestial Toymaker on here, but there is a little asterisk. On one hand, I have read the Target novelization of this. However, second asterisk, that was like 25 years ago. It was probably like the mid-90s or something like that, because my uncle had a copy of it. And I remember I enjoyed the book, but it's very vague in my head. I don't really remember it. I remember the ending, with the Doctor being invisible. At one point, I think he got reduced to just a hand, and then he was completely invisible, just a voice. And how he had to solve the little chessboard game or whatever it was they were playing at the same time. Stephen and whichever companion is in it. is having to solve all the games they're going through, and it's the only way they could get out, and the Doctor manages to do that. But I would like to actually see the story. It has Michael Gough in it. I love me some Michael Gough. You got Michael Gough in a Doctor Who, I'm going to be excited. Trust me, I'm a huge fan of Arc of Infinity. I think it's very underrated. You know, if it's got Michael Gough in it, I want to watch it. I've never seen The Massacre. It's completely missing. I would like to see it just to see Hartnell in the dual roles. I think a lot of people are in that boat. They'd like to see it because of that. And I've never seen The Savages as well, which I hear is pretty good. I know it's Steven's last story, and it's kind of the one people seem to have figured that if we'd gotten another Hartnell animation, there's a good chance they would have went with that one. Sounds like it would be easier to do than most. And I'm definitely interested in it. Moving on to Season 4, the last Hartnell story I haven't seen is The Smugglers. I don't really know much about it, except there are smugglers, I guess kind of like pirates or something. I would like to see it animated, but less because I want to see the story and more because it's closer to getting Season 4 complete, and I love Season 4. I've never seen The Highlanders, although I do believe Robin has a copy of the Target novel coming to me. So I will get to read that. I'm really excited about it. I'm a huge fan of Jamie. I know it's Jamie's first story. And while I hear the episodes actually kind of drag a bit, maybe in novel form with my imagination, creating a visual movie in my head might make it a little more interesting, much like it did with Abominable Snowman. Next on the list is the Underwater Menace. I've never seen even the surviving episodes of that. That's kind of the one I really wish would get a special edition treatment with just the missing episodes getting animated. You know, animate episodes 1 and 4 and just leave 2 and 3 live action and just leave the animated episodes in black and white. Like the old school ones like Reign of Terror, 10th Planet, Moonbase, etc., etc. I'd be fine with that. I tend to not mind the kind of silly over-the-top ones. I like those. I recently just rewatched and reviewed Crimson Horror, which much like Unicorn and the Wasp is just kind of a silly, fun episode. I like those. I can enjoy those. So despite Underwater Menace having the kind of over-the-top silly reputation, I think I would enjoy it, especially since it's a Troughton story with half of the footage still existing. And there's so few Troughton episodes from Season 4 existing, I think I would enjoy that story more than some. Next on the list is Abominable Snowmen, but with the asterisk that I have read the Target novel. I got it recently. That's another one Robin sent me. I've read it. I've reviewed it. I really enjoyed that story. But I haven't technically seen it yet. I will be getting the animation whenever it eventually comes out. I've already got the steelbook pre-ordered. Hopefully it'll look good. So I am looking forward to seeing the animation of that. And then the final Troughton I haven't, well, not quite actually, the one I forgot on the list on here. Wheel in Space. I have not seen Wheel in Space, either the surviving footage or recons or anything. It's one of the 2 Cybermen stories I haven't seen. There's only 2 Cybermen stories I haven't seen. I am looking forward to seeing Wheel in Space. Just because it is the Cyberman and it's Zoe's first story, and it looks neat set on a space station. I have heard it drags a bit, it's a little boring, and I don't really care for the cyber design, but I am looking forward to watching it. It's Troughton. I love Troughton. And then the one I forgot to write down, the one story from Season 6 I haven't seen, The Space Pirates, which is understandable as it's mostly missing, and I think most of you know that's actually a story I'm chomping at the bit at. I gotta admit, I am going to have to track down the Target novel of that one day and probably just go ahead and read it. Because I'm sure the image in my head, the movie in my head, will probably be better than the actual episodes anyway. I know Space Pirates is notoriously not a good story in that it drags a bit. But it's Robert Holmes. Most of you guys know I love Robert Holmes. So it's one I want to read just as my little nod to him and out of respect for him. And plus it's more Second Doctor. And I love the Second Doctor. Moving into the Third Doctor's era, I've actually seen all of Season 7, which is chronologically, I guess, the first complete season of Doctor Who where I've seen, everything. Season 7, I've seen all of Season 8. Season 9 has a couple stories. I have never seen The Mutants, even though it doesn't seem to have too good of a reputation. I've never seen it. And the Time Monster, I have seen the first episode or 2, but it was so hard for me to get through that I just kind of took a break and never got back to it. A friend of mine had BritBox and we started watching. We didn't make it all the way through it. We were watching a lot of Classic Who at the time, though. So I've only seen a little bit of Time Monster. I need to finish that. Moving on, I've seen all of Season 10. And then Season 11 is actually the one I'm having the most trouble with Pertwee. I have never seen The Time Warrior, believe it or not. I have never seen The Time Warrior. That is one of the ones that's really high on my list because it is the introduction of Sarah Jane, and Sarah Jane's my favorite companion, and so I do feel that is an important one I need to see. Plus, it's also the introduction of the Sontarans. I like the Sontarans a lot. And plus, it gives me a chance to see more of the third Doctor interact with Sarah, as I haven't seen a lot of that, as I've only seen 2 stories from Season 11. Another one I haven't seen yet is Invasion of the Dinosaurs. I am aware of the reputation of its notoriously bad effects, but it also seems to have a reputation of being a really good story, that the actual story is so good it mostly makes up for the effects. And everything going on in it, especially with Mike Yates, is pretty interesting what they do with his character. I am aware of that, as it's referenced in later stories like Planet of the Spiders. So I am looking forward to seeing that, just because, you know, I can handle bad effects usually in Doctor Who. I mean, every now and then I see one like Invasion of Time, which is hard, but most of them I can handle. But everyone says the story's so good that I think I'll enjoy it. And then Monsters of Peladon. I've never seen Monsters of Peladon, which I hear isn't as good as Curse of Peladon, but I do still want to see it. Moving to Tom Baker, I've seen all of Series 12, all of Series 13, all of Series 14. As a matter of fact, I've mentioned on this channel, there's only one Tom Baker story I haven't seen yet from his TV run, and that is Season 15, The Invisible Enemy, which I do want to see. It doesn't seem to be like a standout story. It seems to be kind of a middling story. I see people who kind of like it, some people who don't like it, some people who think it's underrated. Just seems to be in the middle. I do know it's K9's introduction story, so that'll be nice. And I do know the DVD of it has enhanced effects. That'll be cool. So I am looking forward to seeing it. It's Tom Baker. I love Tom Baker. You know, the 4th Doctor is my favorite Doctor. So I do want to see it, just to see more Tom Baker. It's nice that I still have a Tom Baker story I haven't seen yet that I'll get to see for the first time. That'll be fun. It'll be sad when I see it because there won't be any more, at least TV stories. I'll have to start doing Big Finish stuff with him. But it's nice to know right now that there is still another one I get to see. And I am looking forward to seeing it. So that gets us through seasons 16, 17, 18, and I've also seen all of 19. So we move all the way up to season 20, which I didn't realize now that I am watching, well, actually, Frontios is season 21, that there's only 2 from season 20 I haven't seen yet. Snake Dance, which I'm going to be honest, I'm not looking forward to watching anyway, because between Snake Dance and Kinda, most people seem to tell me Kinda's better, and Kinda sucks. I can't stand Kinda. One of my least favorite Doctor Who stories of all time. So I'm really not looking forward to Snake Dance. I'm going to watch it because I have seen a few people who like it better, but I'm not looking forward to it. And then King's Demons, which I know also has the Master back in it. And I am looking forward to seeing that one, I will admit. That is one that I'm excited about getting to eventually. Moving into season 21. Now, I am halfway through Frontios, so I'm not going to put it on the list because I am currently going through it for the first time right now. With that in mind, there is only a couple from season 21 I haven't seen yet. I've never seen The Awakening, which I believe is a shorter one. I think Awakening is only a 2-parter, as I recall. I've never seen it. I can't even remember what it's about, to be honest. I have no idea. And I've never actually seen Planet of Fire, which I know is Davison's last encounter with the Master, at least on TV. And I know it's his introduction to Perry. That's where Turlough leaves and Perry joins. So I do want to see that just so I can see a little more of the 5th Doctor and Perry interacting, since I've only seen that in caves. And then just Planet of Fire looks like it's a good story, even though I'm not a big Chameleon fan, even though I've never actually seen a story with Chameleon. I'm just not a big Chameleon fan. So I am looking forward to seeing not only the regular edition, but the special edition. I will be watching both when I get the opportunity to watch it. It is on my list of stories I want to see. Moving into the 6th Doctor, season 22, I have never seen Attack of the Cybermen. This is the other Cyberman story I've never seen. I am looking forward to it, as I hear it's pretty good. I've never seen Mark of the Rani. I do want to see that just because I love Kate O'Mara as the Rani in Time of the Rani. She's one of the best parts of Time of the Rani. So I am looking forward to seeing more of her in Mark of the Rani. Plus, I hear Mark of the Rani is easily the better of the 2 stories anyway. And I've never seen Time Lash, although some people tell me to count myself lucky on that. When I watch it for the first time, I probably will be watching it with the enhanced effects, since the box set for it that is the story that has the enhanced effects for season 22. So I'll probably be watching it with that. And then the only Sylvester McCoy story I haven't seen yet from season 25 is The Happiness Patrol, which I have been told from several people I will probably enjoy. A lot of people tell me if I like Paradise Towers, I'm really going to like The Happiness Patrol. And I do know it's kind of a political knock on Margaret Thatcher. I'm aware of that. And I am looking forward to that, and I'm aware of the whole famous pink TARDIS thing going on in it. And the stuff with the Candyman seems interesting. So I am very much looking forward to seeing the Happiness Patrol. And that is all of the Doctor Who TV stories I have not seen. I believe I got them all. And I believe that's 35. I think it's 35 Classic Who stories, if I'm doing my math right, that I've never seen. So I am looking forward to them, some more than others. You know, Snake Dance I'm not really looking forward to. Whereas if they animate Space Pirates, I would love to see that. So yeah, I would like to know what you think of these stories and which ones you are most excited for me to get to see. It came out really weird. For the first time. So let me know which one of these, like, what do you think maybe the top 10 of these I've listed are, and which ones you're most excited to see me review eventually. Other things to do while I have you here. Click the like button and the subscribe button and the bell for notifications so you never miss out on another video. We are over 700 subscribers now, so the goal now is to hit 800. We're on our way. I also have a P.O. box if there is anything you would like to send me, perhaps one of these stories, for example, or any Target novels, or just anything. Doesn't have to be Doctor Who related, sci-fi related, or just anything you want me to unbox and do a review of and take a look at, anything you think I might be interested in. I really want to see, what is that, Quatermass and the Pit? Is that the name of it? I hear so many things about this Quatermass and the Pit. Apparently it was a heavy influence on Doctor. I don't know if it's a movie, a series of movies, a TV series. I'm not really familiar. But I hear it mentioned a lot in a lot of behind-the-scenes docs, a lot of things I read about it. But Quatermass and the Pit was apparently a huge influence on like early Doctor Who, like 60s and 70s Doctor Who. So I would be interested in finding out more about that and seeing that, because it sounds like something I would like. I do want to thank some of the people who have been sending me things, as some of the stories I've mentioned in this, a couple of which I still have to watch, like the Keys of Marinus. Frontios, which I'm watching right now, was sent to me by a subscriber. I have a copy of the Time Meddler coming, a copy of the Target novel of the Highlanders coming. So I really do appreciate everything, everybody sending me stuff. And my P.O. box is down in the description. A link to my Amazon wish list is down there as well. If there's anything on there you would like to send me, I do update it fairly regularly. I also have a Patreon if you would prefer to support me that way. There are several different tiers there. I am trying to get in the habit of getting some exclusive videos up there. My goal is to try to do at least one exclusive Patreon video a week. I don't promise that, but that's what I'm trying to do starting this month. And I just posted one the other day and got another one up. So for next week already done. So if you do have some video, there are some videos that only some of my, I think it's my $10 tier and up, they get free exclusive videos. I also do early access for other videos coming out, probably including this one actually. So if that's something that you would be interested in, or if you just would like to support me, a link to my Patreon is down in the description below as well. But if not, that's okay too. I just appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. So most importantly, thank you for watching.